all stand? Who is our prayer leader for this morning? Okay, Mr. Alan, please lead the prayer. Amen. So, good morning, class. Please remain standing for our Energizer song, Baby Shark. Please, Miss Christine, lead our Energizer song. Okay, thank you. So now, Miss Secretary, who's absent for today? Okay, none for absent for today. Thank you. So now, before we will start our class, please arrange your chairs, pick up the pieces of paper, and sit properly. Keep quiet and listen attentively. Don't answer in chorus when I'm speaking here in front. And then, if you want to go out, ask permission. And then, class, don't use cell phone while the class is going on. Okay, class, last week, we discussed all about the particles of matter, right? So now, may I know who can recall what is matter? Okay, Miss Liza, what is matter? Okay, another one, volunteer? Mr. Rinaldo. Okay, very good. Now, what about the particles of matter? Who can recite? Miss Christine. Okay, very good. Another one. Who's volunteered to answer? Explain the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Miss Inoho. Okay, very good. So those who recite, I will give you a 20 points. So now, let's see what is the answer. Okay, class, as you can see here, in the first question, what is matter? So matter is anything that has a mass and takes up space. So, in the second question, what are the particles of matter? So, the particles of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Then the last one or the third one, what are the properties of solid, liquid, and gas? So, in solid has a definite shape and volume, while in liquid has a definite volume and take the shape of the container, and gas has no definite shape or volume. Okay, now class, let's do another activity. So now you will perform the particles of matter through a position by performing through a mannequin challenge. So, for this criteria, you will make a by group into 3. So now, you may start. I'll give you a 10 minutes and go to your respective group now. Okay, let me see. The group 1. Okay, great. What about the group 2? Wow, very nice. Then the group 3, how is it? Okay, very good. So now, the final. The winner is the group 2. Okay. Okay, now class, for our activity 1, so I'm going to give you an activity sheet. So you will answer the comparing the solid, liquid, and gases. So as you can see here, the presentation. So you make an arrangement of particles, the movement of particles, the forces between particles, and the spaces between particles. So the group 1, okay, and group 1, then the group 2. Okay, now you may start. I'll give you 5 minutes. Let's do the activity 2. Let's get started. Okay, class, I have here 3 glasses representing each particles. So in first glass, as you can see, it is an ice cube. So And then, the second glass is the liquid water. And then, the third one is a hot boiling water. Okay, now, so try to observe. You make a group and then make a brainstorming. So try to observe what is the physical changes and how particles move and what are each name representing of each glass. So now, I will give you 10 minutes. You may start now. So now, may I ask you, what kind of particles represents in each properties in the first glass, second glass, and third glass? So who will volunteer to answer? Miss Anna? Another one? Miss Christine? Okay, very good. Now, another question. Who will volunteer to answer? Mr. Alan? Okay, so how particles move in solid, liquid, and gas? Okay, very good. So to those who volunteer to answer, I will give you a 10 points. Okay, now, so let's see what is the answer. So in the first question, so the particle in the first glass as an ice cube, it represents as a solid particle that has a definite shape. And the second glass, it represents a liquid which is a plain water. And then it has no definite shape. And the last one or a third glass, it represents as a gas which is the molecules in the form of gas. And gas are free, having no bounds, have much more energy rather than solid and liquid. And the second question, which is how particles move in solid, liquid, and gas. So the answer is the solid is strongly bonded to each other, in liquid, weakly bonded to each other, and lastly, in the boiling hot water, with the bubbles only contain of water molecules, which is the gas, and the gas are free, having no bounds, have much more energy than solid and liquid. Okay, class, let's do another activity. So in this group, you will divide it into 3. And then the activity sheet is entitled, Are the particles of matter are moving? What is between them? So now, go to your group. And after that, I will make you a brainstorming. So I will pass you the activity sheet. You may answer now. You may start in 5 minutes. And then after that, you will make a brainstorming. Okay? Class, I have here a task entitled Complete Me. So, I wanted you to get a 1 whole sheet of paper and then try this answer in the following. So here, the property, the shape, the intermolecular spacing, the volume, the compressibility, the density, and the ability to flow. So there are 3 types of matter, which is the solid, the liquid, and the gas. So now, get 1 whole sheet of paper and answer the following, and then pass it after that. Thank you. Okay, class, pass your paper now. Okay, thank you very much. So, let's see if you think you are perfect or you have a wrong. So, let's see the answer. Take a look at. So, property here, the shape, the intermolecular spacing, the volume, the compressibility, the density, and the ability to flow. So, in solid, so the definite, the shape is the definite, and then the intermolecular spacing is very close. The volume, which is definite in solid, then the compressibility in solid is not compressible. And then the density of solid is densest. Then the ability to flow is cannot flow in solid. While class in liquid, so the shape is indefinite and the intermolecular spacing is slightly farther and the volume of liquid is definite while the compressibility is not compressible. Then the density of liquid is dense and the ability to flow in the liquid is able to flow. And lastly, the gas. So, the shape is indefinite Then the intermolecular spacing of gas is far from one another. Then the volume is indefinite. And the compressibility of gas is highly compressible. Then the density of gas is low density. Then the ability to flow of gas is able to flow. So, this is the final answer. So now, class, I want you to summarize our topic. So, in this presentation, you will make a stop dance challenge. So, who will know the stop dance challenge? Are you all ready know what is stop dance challenge? Okay, very good. So, in this stop dance challenge, you will summarize about the understanding of the particles of matter are moving at all times. So, you will perform the stop dance challenge in a particles of matter, which is the solid, the liquid, in the gas. So now, class, I'll give you 10 minutes. You may start now. And I'll give you the background music when you will stop and then dance again. So let's do it. Okay? Stop. Okay? Okay, stop. Another one.
Just shoot for the stars if it feels right.
Okay, group 1. Wow. Okay, group 2. Very good. Wow, how about group 3? Okay, dance. Stop. Okay, now I will observe who is the best stop dance challenge on particles of matter. Group 1. Wow. Okay, how about group 2? Whoa, okay, very good. How about group 3? Very nice. So the winner is... The winner is... The group 3! Very good! Class, so in this discussion, I will give you an activity entitled The Particle Nature of Matter. So I will give you a video presentation here and you may observe, and after that you may proceed to the questions and you need to answer the following. Okay, try to watch the particle nature of matter.
Video, we will talk about the properties of solids, liquids, and gases based on the particle nature of matter. So let's get started. When you compare the pencil, laptop, and smartphone, surely you will say that the laptop is the heaviest of the three objects, while the pencil seems to be the lightest. On the other hand, the smartphone may not be as heavy as the laptop, but it is not as light as the pencil. What does this indicate? It means that objects or things around us may be light or heavy, or, simply put, that these things have mass. Mass is the measure of the amount of matter the object has. The objects in the picture show that they occupy a space. Volume is the measure of the space occupied by an object. So what do we call these objects that have mass?
Okay, now class. So let's the video is already end. So now, okay, now, so you may answer the following questions. Okay, class. So now, you already finished watching the video presentation about particle nature of matter. So now, I give here the following questions, so you need to answer. Now, in the question number 1, what is matter made of? So I need to volunteer to answer. So, Mr. Leo, what is your answer? Okay, another one. Mr. Bernardo? Okay, very good. So, second, what are the common properties of solid, liquid, and gas? Miss Liza? Another one, Miss Christine? Okay, very good. So in the third question, are the particles of matter moving? What is between them? Mr. Denver, what is your answer? Okay, very good. So another one. Do the particles of matter attract to each other? Miss Inoho? Uh-huh. How about Miss Divine? Wow, very good. So, to those who answer the following questions, I'll give you a 20 points. Okay, now class, for our another answer. So now, you already know the background about the particle nature of matter, about the solid, the liquid in, and the gas. So now, I wanted you to cite everyday situation that show movement of particles of matter. So I wanted you to give me the site of examples. Miss Liza, give me an example of showing movement about particles of matter. Okay? Give me your answer. Okay, very good. Mr. Denver, how about you? Another one. Miss Inoho. Okay, very good. What about Miss Liza? Okay, very good, very nice. So, great idea. You have already known about the solid, liquid, and the gas. So now, I will show you the examples of every particle nature of matter. So, as you can see here, so these are the following examples of particle nature of matter movement. So the first one is the aroma food. The second one is the dried fish in a room. The third one is the cigarette smoke from the outside. The fourth one is the fresh painted walls or furniture. The last one is mixing spreading of milk in coffee. And the last one is the paper chromatography. So now you already know the following examples. So very great job that you have a lot already know about the particle nature of matter, about solid, liquid, and gas. So now class, I will give you another activity sheet. So you may answer this following. So the multiple choice here, and then try to observe the solid, liquid, and gas. So now I'll give you a sheet of paper. So try to answer here. Okay, very good. Okay, that's great idea. Okay, very good, very nice. Now, thank you. Okay, try to answer. So after the answer of multiple choice and diagrams, so you may proceed then. Then another one question. So, for item number 4 to 5, you may refer to the diagram shown above the question number 2. So, you may try the arrow representing direction of the movement of the solid, the liquid, and the gas as what the question in the number 2. So, try to observe the solid, the liquid, and the gas. So, you may try to observe the movement of each particle, and then you may align the arrow. So now, I will give you a 10 minutes to try to answer the following question, and then after that, you may pass your activity sheet. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay? Another one? Okay, very good. Okay, class, as what I said earlier about you may draw a solid, liquid, and gas, and then representing each particle. So you may arrow every what is the correct position. So here are the scoring guide for items number 4 to 5. So I will give you 2 points if your direction is correct and length of the arrows. Then the second is I'll give you 1 point if the direction is correct of arrows but incorrect length. Then 0 if your lines are in correct directions of arrows. I know you are so very tired now. So, I want you to answer this last group activity. So, this task, so you need to make a comic strip showing the movement of particles of matter. So, I wanted you to divide it into 3 groups again. So, you will start now to make a comic strip. I'll give you 10 minutes, and after that, you will give it to me in front here. So, here are the rubric score. So, here is the rubric score. Guide for activity output. So, criteria, if your comic strip is mastery of the concept is evident in the output, I'll give you 20 points. But if the mastery of the concept is somewhat evident in the output, I'll give you 15 points. And last one, if the mastery of the concept is not evident in the output, I'll give you 10 points. Then, the clarity and completeness of presentation. So, if the presentation is clear and output is complete, 20 points. If the presentation is clear but output is not complete, 15 points. The presentation not clear and output is not complete, 10 points. Then, the creativity and neatness of the output. If the output is creatively and neatly done, 20 points. Then, if the output is creatively but not neatly done, 15 points class. Then, the output is not creatively, I'll give you 10 points. So now, you may proceed in your group and then you may start to make your comic strip now. So I'll give you a bond paper here. Okay? Answer the following. You will make a comic strip now. Okay, group 2. Okay, group 3. Then group 1. Okay? So, I want you to pass now your comic strip. You may pass it. Pass it. Okay, group 1. How about group 2? Okay, group 3. Okay, very good. So, I want you to, may I see the work of group 1? Okay. Very creative. What about the group 2? Wow, so very amazing and very creatively. What about the group 3? Okay. So, the group 2 got 15 points. The group 1 got 20 points. And the group 3 got 10 points. So, class, thank